Next up, we will be making a flat felled seam. For this demo, you will need 2 pieces of fabric, 9 inches by 4 inches. Make sure the grain line is parallel to your 9-inch side. And make sure it's fabric that is 2-sided, meaning you can tell the difference between the front and the back of the fabric. To start out, we are going to place our fabric with the wrong sides together. Line up your raw edges, and we'll be sewing a seam with a 1/2 inch seam allowance right along the 9-inch side. After you've sewn your seam with a 1/2 inch seam allowance, first you will press your seam. Open your sample up, press your seams out. You will take the right side of your seam allowance and trim it down to 1/8 of an inch. Just trimming the seam allowance. Now you're going to take the left side and fold it in towards the seam and press. Go back and trim my seam allowance a little bit more. It looks a little more than 1/8 of an inch. Okay, now you'll take that side you just folded and pressed and fold it over the seam allowance that you have cut down. Now press that in place. Now you're going to go back to your sewing machine and you're just going to stitch right along the folded edge of that seam. Now I'm just going to stitch along the folded edge of that flat felled seam. And I usually just line up the inside edge of my presser foot with the edge of the fabric. And there you have it, flat felled seam, just like you'd see on the inside of your jeans inseam, sometimes on the outside, on the side seam as well. Where else? Sometimes on jackets too, on the sleeve, the seam of the sleeve. This is a very useful seam whenever you want to reinforce your seam line. Just gives it a little extra strength.